Okay. That's right. All right. As you can see on the little TV screen there, that's my channel, Crafty Arts. That's what I normally do. Want to check that out? Go right ahead. That's where the videos are going to mainly be. I just wanted to do some finished touch-ups of some paint on here before I get into like before I get into like the colored pencil portion of it. So let's see what we got. What do we have here? Kind of got like a turquoise thing going on with this guy, right? Sorta, kinda. Just trying to preserve these paints. That's alright. When it comes to the rest of this, I'm going to be doing all the pencil work, then going back and doing all the ink work, and then going back again and doing all the color. Because why not? Why not do it in that order? Alright, what we got here? It's kind of this is black, right? Is this gray? This is a gray. And over here we got, that looks more like gray. Yeah, alright. So right now I'm just going to be layering up on some things here. And the color pencil is going to help me correct that smudge I have on this guy's face. The challenge from watercolors for me is just like adding kind of like adding contrast without it turning into water spots. I guess that's my most frustrating aspect of this right now. Other than that, hello, I am your host, Crafty Andy. Here I am, painting and recording stuff. I finished one of my major videos called Inner Demons. I'm not sure when it's going to come out. Put it on my Patreon. Patreon is whatever that's worth. What it's worth there. Would be nice to convince some more people to join up on there. I'm not sure how to do that other than make something completely amazing and that blows people away. Like, oh wow, yeah, I can support this guy. Not sure what I'm missing though. Probably a lot of upstart money. That would probably help. So I can advertise and promote myself and get equipment and hire people. So right now I just need to work off some of this debt and then go. I want him to have one more orange hue to his ears. So, okay, cool. These paints kind of do reactivate with water. Not necessarily dry solid. Neat. Alright, let's get some grass in there. Oh, my computer's gonna have a lot of fun like rendering all this. We got 30 pages to do, right? On page 1. My goal, or at least pace with this, is to try at least get 1 page done a week. At least in terms of painting them up. If I get my outline together, I start submitting them to like various agencies. I don't care which ones anymore. We'll see who takes it. I'm probably going to do my use my middle name so that they can't find anything on me in terms of like social media or YouTube or anything like that. So I discovered with ProZD, he's lost jobs and opportunities just because he has a YouTube channel. They think like, oh, he's not really a voice actor, he's just some YouTuber. Until they listen to his audition, they're like, oh, he actually can voice act. Whoopsies. That tells me like the whole like professional world of illustration or whatever, it's in its own little bubble. They don't like outsiders. So at least my first round is going to be with my middle name. Here. I should add some blue to it. These mushroom stamps. That way it separates out this mouse here. Yeah, I think I like that better. Layer purple, layer blue. Lay it on thick. Oh, that's pretty much what an ultramarine looks like. Might be a sort of short session, at least for the painting part. I'll get back to my video here. What else? Oh yeah, get that, some of that layer up on that roots here. In the future though, I want to take this art paint, this artist tape and just tape it down, really. Oh, it keeps it from wrinkling up. All right. Let's see here, another layer of dirt. All right. Pink on this guy. Alright, what else? This body there. Okay. Lay red out here. There we go. hue in some of these darker areas of the grass. I think I'm going to comment on the porn ban that's going on right now. These states are like trying to make it so you have to have a government ID in order to get access to some of these websites, and it's like, well, when these websites pull out of the states, which they already have, what is that going to leave you? It's going to leave you with like the most shady, malware spreading type of porn that kids are going to access anyways. And they're going to see some extreme stuff. So yeah, never mind. Go ahead, ban the porn, and we'll just have another generation, some more generations of weirdos like me. Do it. Fucking do it. And I'm going to just... In relation to that, I'm just going to start collecting all like my porn history stories of like all the shit that me and my friends used to watch when we were in our teens. I think that'll be fun. I got no fucking I'm not in any position to like maintain monetization on my channel or anything like that. I have no way of gaining it right now either. Right, that's a good idea. I'm going to probe some people. Let's see, general discussion. There we go. Let's see if I pro snow. Ha! Fuck you, lady sloth, pussy. You want to get railed? Shut the fuck up and notice this is live. Oh, chat. Stupid. I'm not talking about the kids, the shit you did as a teen. I'm talking about the shit you came across on the internet as a teen. Like rotten.com. Fucks. I want to hear about your sexcapades as a teenager. I don't give a shit about that. Fuck it. Looks like I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to do my own video on it. share some of my stories, ask for people to share some of their early porn experiences, and go from there. I'll give you 20 risk points if you stop writing too many points. Some comments. Will be a darkness trying to avoid. Oh, alright, I want to make a list of all the things that we fucked on and fucking saw then. Fuck it. Let's see, because this is in light of the porn bans. Prawn bans. Let's all of that. Yeah, let's see, in light of these Puritans trying to require a state ID access more mainstream porn sites. Like Pornhub. In turn, sites hold access in these states. So what is that going to leave you? Going to leave these households that don't have internet access and parents that want the state to parent their kids. Well, let me tell you about the good old days. Porn searches were on Alright. Just getting a basis together. The script. So let's make some notes. Right. We have Kazaa. LimeWire. We're looking up snuff. Scat. and death.
Our curiosities got the better of us. We saw some fucked up shit. Ah.
It didn't really have much of an effect on me. Wasn't like traumatized or like thinking about it all the time. I remember it. That's about it. I guess for some people, it's just like, oh my god, I can't believe we looked that shit up. It haunts me. It haunts me. Haunts me to this day. I'll be right back. bit, which I did. I think I'm pretty much satisfied with what I got here. My husbands are back. Mr. Fence. All right. How about a video?
In this area of YouTube, the alt-right are running the show. Now, I'm not saying the alt-right runs Google, just yet. I need a couple more pins for my conspiracy ball on that one. However, the alt-right's conduct on YouTube has allowed them to take the political social commentary sphere we find ourselves in as their hostage, and make it extremely difficult for people to effectively oppose the alt-right online.
This video is just uploaded everywhere, so it's more important the message that's out there.
In this video, I have to go through several of the ways the alt-right games the system on YouTube to silence opposition.
I listened to a little bit of this, I thought it was interesting, so I might as well just spread it around.
Have you ever noticed, pretty much every anti-alt-right video has mass dislikes? Now, a lot of these come from being shared on places like Paws. However, we do know that there are Discord servers that actively have people vote botting on YouTube.
Grundsätzlich wisst ihr wahrscheinlich alle inzwischen, dass wir vorhaben, ja, sowas wie Trollstürme oder wie auch immer ihr das nennen wollt, auf
konstruktive Kritikstürme, das auch, ja.
Konstruktive Kritikstürme auf verschiedene Ziele durchzuführen. Lasst niemals irgendwelche Rückschlüsse auf den
Okay,
Server kommen.
grundsätzlich
kann man dies, ihr habt jetzt gleich gesehen, wir sind jetzt auf dem Server so rund 1000, ich muss noch mal gucken.
1250, glaube ich, waren es.
1268 wurde mir gerade angezeigt, so viele sind wir gerade. Das klingt jetzt wenig, wenn ihr überlegt, ihr habt jetzt ein YouTube-Video mit 200.000 Aufrufen oder sowas und jetzt kommen da 1000 Likes oder Dislikes dazu. Das ist jetzt nicht so unbedingt so viel. Das kann man aber relativ leicht multiplizieren, indem jeder von euch sich, ja, wir nennen es mal Brandkonten oder Fake-Accounts.
So what I'm gathering is just them describing how they multiply themselves and downvote videos they don't like.
Dann meinetwegen mit 5 Konten dabei geht, dann haben wir schon die 5-fache Anzahl. Von mir aus könnt ihr euch auch 50 erstellen.
Even though it's proven now that pretty much doesn't do anything for a video.
Wie genau das vonstatten geht, wird euch gleich noch ein
It might reflect on the individual's recommendations.
This is from the former Reconquista Germanica server. They had a strictly militaristic structure inside the server. Yes, these kids were barking orders at each other, and they based it on ranks in Nazi Germany and had ranks like Paladin.
Very nice.
They would use multiple accounts, up to something like 100 each. So basically, 1,000 dislikes could come from just 10 or 20 individual people. That nasty comment from an alt-writer that got 300 likes, maybe only 3 people actually pressed like on that. Generation Identity was heavily connected with this scheme. They were the ones who allegedly sent the handbook on how to create mass accounts, and Martin Sellner was a VIP in the server. Now we know that there's likely also a lot more servers like this, since there are rumours of English speakers doing similar stuff and having been the original source of these tactics in the first place. So basically, the alt-right are exploiting YouTube to affect the analytics of videos they like and dislike, giving them an entirely artificial advantage and pushing their videos to more people and making videos against them look worse.
Interesting.
Alt-writers also use their networks to mass flag content criticizing them. The shadow of these flags looms over
I know, Mr. Free Speech
is content
these free
like
speech warriors, huh?
ContraPoint's video criticizing white nationalism was flagged down, forcing her to re-upload and remake the video. Sean's video criticizing the Great Replacement was mass flagged by Paws before being reinstated by YouTube. Kraus and T had one of his videos on race realism taken down, only to have Sargon mirror it and that mirror to also be flagged off. 3 Arrows is also well known for his video criticizing the alt-right being flagged off of YouTube. I've also had to deal with it. Several of my videos have been flagged off, including a recent mirror of a video that will be discussed later. A video criticizing Mouthy Buddha's Jewish question series. A video on making fun of a white nationalist for not being white. And a chat with another YouTuber. I was also hit with a false DMCA claim by Millennial Woes for criticizing him in a video. We'll be talking about
I wonder who did that.
Criticizing the alt-right actually puts you more at risk for mass flagging than actually making alt-right videos. Mass flag brigades are actively trying to shut down any criticism of the alt-right.
A lot of these people don't care, they just want they just want their own little utopia vision of the world.
This is Colin Robertson, going by the online moniker of Millennial Woes. He makes frequent trips to Europe and the US to do talks, using his notoriety from his YouTube videos to act as an ambassador for the American alt-right in European right-wing and far-right circles. This is his speech in Seattle Forum's Alt-Right Transformers event in late 2016.
Here's another thing that we could
Alright, what time
that we
is
can
it?
build.
8:30?
This is controversial. the ability to dox people on demand. And I think we should be able to threaten them. We should be able to say, go ahead, but here's your address, and here's your phone number, and so on, here's your date of birth. We should be able to do that, if we can. Have a central registry of leftist journalists and so on, and say to them, we'll fuck you up.
What Woes has suggested here is not an uncommon goal in alt-right circles. It's just rare for them to be so public about their intentions. And since late 2016, they've been building their systems to dig up information on people. Alt-right's Discord servers actively work to find people's personal information. Here's an example.
With the colored pencils. So I'm going to switch over to my other computer and get some editing done on the next Crafty Thoughts video. Alright, be right back. Ah. Oops. Alright, so that does work. Turn down the music. So yeah, as long as I just don't end the stream, I just close it out through Task Manager, I can just switch over computers and seamlessly. Sweet. La-di-da. Oh, that reminds me, are these being added to the right place? Okay, streams, cool. Editing streams, cool. Perfect. Works for me. So now this is kind of turned into a hybrid, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I want to get back to that alt-right video.
We'll fuck you up.
What Woes has suggested here is not an uncommon goal in alt-right circles. It's just rare for them to be so public about their intentions. And since late 2016, they've been building their systems to dig up information on people. Alt-right's Discord servers actively work to find people's personal information. Here's an example of Braving Ruins server trying to get the IP of a Twitter user to help find their real identity.
The alt-right leak account, though, is connected to the same account, Gmail. So you would have to send a link to altrightleak@gmail.com. Possibly. I'm trying to find out what the IP of this email is. Trace email source. No. The thing is that it's using the Gmail IP. I'm trying to ping the actual IP of the owner of this email. Does anyone want to use their Google Drive and basically use a Google Drive share for an image and send him that with an IP grabber link?
Opponents of the alt-right are being doxed constantly. It's almost a guarantee for it to happen at this point. Doxing from alt-righters is so rampant that it's not just opponents that have to deal with it. Being a member of their movement doesn't mean that they won't dig into your private information if they can get it. Mike Enoch, Ricky Vaughan, Baked Alaska, King of Pole, and countless other alt-right and adjacent figures have been doxed by their own circles, whether over paranoia over them being Jewish, claims of them planning to...
Jesus Christ, man. Oh... Some of these people are so close to, like, the corporations are ruining America. Great. Let's do something about it. Yeah. Let's challenge the Jews. And it's like, what? No. Why? Stop it. Stop being an idiot. Just stop it. I wish I could just smack someone and just be like, stop being an idiot. And you're like, oh shit, yeah, you're right, I'll read more books. God fucking damn it. Seriously, man.
To dox people themselves, or simply just for the lulz. Being one of them isn't even a get out of jail free card. Even their own figures are beholden to these threats. There's countless examples of the anti-social justice sphere being infiltrated and bullied into not going after the alt-right. But I'm going to focus on one example and use it as a case study. This part of the video is partially inspired by a video I mirrored a few days ago that got flagged off of my channel, and as an update on that video, after my failed appeal I contacted Trusted Flagger and he appealed the video too, also to no avail. So I have a strike on my channel for the next 3 months, so I can't livestream now. According to YouTube, criticizing harassment and bullying is somehow harassment and bullying. GG YouTube! Kraut's anti-alt-right Discord server was infiltrated originally by Jean-Francois Gariepi, a failed scientist, who wanted to first push Kraut towards race realism, but as it became more obvious he was a white nationalist, Kraut's server then kicked him. So someone sent in Argon from Reconquista Germanica, who impersonated a scientist and tried to feed the server fake info on anti-race realism stuff. That dumb Operation Mincemeat thing that was in the Kraut server for about a day until Jajone told them to stop being stupid LARPers, well, the alt-right actually did that plan. Which one were people outraged about? Which one got the YouTube attention? There was at least one other person in the server who was an alt-right infiltrator, who went by Joaquin. These people, along with Zeph and The Guardian, secretly recorded us and ended up either posting these recordings, sending them to others who did, and in one case, attempted to blackmail us. Literally, for being in the server, people had been threatened with doxing, had family members contacted, and so a lot of them were scared. I'm not gonna name names, but a few anti-social justice types did condemn Kraut's server publicly, even though they told him privately that they know he did nothing wrong. And the thing is, this is why the anti-SJWs are in such a bad position to fight the alt-right at the moment. Because the community is so full of infiltrators and crypto-fascists. They make friends quickly, get info on you, try to work out your weaknesses and the best ways to fuck with you, and then use these as tools to keep people in line. If you start criticizing or disavowing certain protected figures, then you will find a slew of whisper campaigns inside the community trying to make people suspicious of you and turn friends against you. And some cryptos will play good cop while the open ones are harassing people that step out of line. A lot of these YouTubers are basically in an abusive relationship with their own community. They rely on it for social interaction, they have an income coming from it, and people have enough dirt and information on them to make life hell if they need to. So a lot of YouTubers just kiss the ring. They pay the mafia, because they're not activists or freedom fighters. They're mostly just painfully average people with opinions on the internet. They weren't cut out for this. Nobody knew how to deal with the alt-right, and even if they did, the infiltration came too quick for them to even realise it was happening. But back to the Kraut server. So this part needs a little bit of explanation. We had a system in the server where we would watch a video from an alt-writer and then have the scientists explain the flaws of what they said, and then discuss how to best explain that to someone who didn't understand science very well. These were all recorded so Kraut could go back and refer to them while doing research for his video. In one of these calls, Kraut ordered a pizza. He didn't mute himself, therefore he said his address aloud in one of these calls. Now, this recording got into the hands of one of the leakers, and when the massive server leaks posted by Braving Ruin dropped all of the research calls in a mega file. So, Braving Ruin posted Kraut's docs while trying to prove he was a doxer. Now, either he didn't listen to these recordings and just posted them online without any regard for privacy or what was in them, or he knew what was in them and posted them online intentionally to dox Kraut. Neither of those looks very good. But the first really begs the question, if he didn't know what was in them, why did he post them in the first place? Now, the interesting thing is in Metica's video on Kraut, there are a few old forum posts from Kraut on an old atheist forum. Back when Kraut was anonymous and Braving was still edgy sphinx pretending to be a moderate classical liberal, a few goons of Atheism is Unstoppable, another YouTuber, were trying to dox him.
Oh man, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Is he still around? Atheist is Unstoppable, still around.
Kraut found someone posting an image of his face and found this image of his face on this old atheist forum. He traced it back here eventually. He contacted the forum owners to get it deleted. The funny thing is, Braving knew about this forum account, and since he was in the call while we were helping Kraut scrub the info, I wonder if he had anything to do with the information getting into the hands of Metica. But that's not the important bit. In one of the forum posts, along with the full info that had been released about Kraut, including his dox, was now enough to dox a family member of his. This family member has been threatened, has had phone calls, including one telling that family member that Kraut had committed suicide and they needed to pick up his dead body. This is why Kraut left YouTube. Not because he got caught doing anything wrong, but because his family was doxxed. Meanwhile, all over YouTube, he was being smeared as a doxer. But was he? Was this just some attempt to shut down a doxing server that was threatening alt-writers and other adjacent figures? In late September, after the aforementioned Mouthy Buddha video I made, Kraut contacted me after months of radio silence. Obviously we'd had a massive falling out, but we both, after deciding to talk, temporarily buried the hatchet since we agreed the alt-right was a bigger issue than any personal drama between us. I joined the server soon after. Most of the server was chatting about random stuff and sometimes discussing things about the alt-right or listening to Jajone lecture us on genetics. I sometimes chimed in to suggest moving away from race realism, which eventually Kraut agreed was the best move. He wanted to make a final race realism video in response to JF Gary Epi, but after that he was going to move towards history videos. Isn't it funny that the leaks, including his docs, dropped right before Kraut was going to finally put together that video script? Isn't it? So who did Kraut actually dox? There's only about 3 people the alt-right have accused Kraut of doxing. Coach Redpill, a man whose name was public on his Patreon, along with appearing with his full name on Russia Today, the accusations of doxing coming from Kraut handing around public accusations of fraud and blackmail towards Coach, and Aiden Paladin, who recently said she'd never said Kraut doxed her. After this, they made accusations of him doxing JF Gary Epi, which doesn't make sense because the only thing that they could call doxing were the court documents released by Destiny's Crowd weeks after the server was already leaked and Kraut was called the doxer. So what exactly did he do? According to Braving Ruin, the leaker, all of his moralizing about doxing in the server actually never happened now, and his only concern was that Kraut wanted to smear people. Yes, the original leaker is running away from doxing accusations when he realised that he might actually have to defend them. So basically, alt-writers used a false doxing server narrative to threaten and dox YouTubers who were interested in criticising the alt-right. Kraut didn't actually do anything wrong. Even so, Braving is still actively sending in spies to Kraut's private Discord server months after he left YouTube. What we're looking at is a situation on this platform where pro-white nationalist videos are mass upvoted and critics of it are mass downvoted and mass flagged, where the alt-right threatens and doxes people who stand in their way. If that doesn't work, they threaten people's families, while smearing their victims as the unethical ones. However, I don't think this will be solved by trying to ban the alt-right from YouTube. Platforms of this size are mostly moderated by algorithms, and these algorithms have already shown themselves to effectively harm anti-fascist content more than alt-right content. Not to mention, their subculture of sensitivity to censorship makes banning their videos more counterproductive than anti-fascist ones, since it gives them an opportunity to signal boost them. Attempts to crack down on the alt-right will only amplify the problem. We need to build actual momentum against the alt-right. Criticize them, show them how they're wrong and unethical, how their ideas don't hold up to scrutiny, and do it on topics that they're not comfortable with. Discuss the problems with the ethno-state, expose the more extreme bigotry in their groups, make fun of their conspiracy theories and their own hypocrisy on their values.
It's also irritating too that you have to try to be like polite with them, because if you throw any insults at them, they're like, "Oh man, why are you calling me names? Boo hoo hoo, you hurt my feelings. He's got to resort to calling me names." Let's see, Pixby, got it there. Alright, what else is there? Yes, community post.
Show the real-world effects of their movement's existence and call out their horrible tactics. The only reason they can shut their critics down so easily is because there's so few of us. The more people there are, the harder it will be for them to do that. The alt-right aren't running Google, but they run YouTube like a mafia. At the moment, they run the show. Let's change that. How you spell piranha? That's not how you spell piranha? One N. I think that should cover it. Oh, what else is on the docket today? Da, 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 da. Where did Barbie fail? New tumblers get dead. Free network. What the fuck? Alright, so I can play with my husband. I'm gonna pre-order. Free network not logged in. Give me a fucking break. Fucking useless shit.
Log me the fuck in. Hey, how you have to keep refreshing these fucking login cookies and shit. Really fucking annoying. Like, what the fuck's the point? Post.
Yeah,
Then
there's
you
some
just have to like,
Okay, you ready for a wild artistic ride? How did I become part of this? Can I become a part of this?
Sudik told New Scientist, but
No.
people don't know whether that effort, that colossal global effort that is invested in solving captchas every day, every year, every month, whether that is actually worthwhile. And well, apparently it's not, because the AIs, they're better at it than we are. It's no longer a good test to prove you're still fucking human or whatever.
What do you think about white?
Yeah, can this please go away now?
Yeah, get rid of them.
Because these things are fucking annoying. I'm tired of fucking picking, you know, press all the fire hydrants or whatever the fuck.
They're gonna replace it with something even more. Like I have a feeling that like retinal scan verification is on its way.
Probably.
Yeah.
Something
Scan
along
your
those
retina
lines.
to prove you're human.
I have a feeling that's on the way.
I don't think it'll be retinal scan though. It'll be something else. It'll be something more annoying. It'll have to just be like it'll have to be the puzzle pieces.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I learned all about this. Okay, I learned because my dog had a run-in with chocolate, and I talked to the vet and the poison control expert or whatever that the vet consulted with and shit. So I don't need to be fucking told. Chocolate is toxic to dogs, but they have to eat a fucking ton of just straight out chocolate. It's caffeine that is really destructive to dogs. So,
poor doggies.
And by the way, guys, want to donate? I just did a little test, and it seems like now, if you want to donate via Streamlabs, you can do that by a credit card or however PayPal or however the fuck you want.
So there you go.
yay! Streamlabs is fixed.
Supermarket AI meal planner app suggests recipe that would create chlorine gas.
Wait.
So yeah, I mean, was that an accident, or is this thing already trying to fucking kill us? Pack and Save's Savvy Meal Bot cheerfully created unappealing recipes when customers experimented with non-grocery household.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to catch up on. All right. Thank you, Dennis. I like to keep it trimmed. In fact, I need to trim it up today too before I go to work. Alright, let's get editing on this shit. Alright, where am I on here?
Okay. Hello, I'm Crafty Andy, and these are my thoughts. Holy bejesus, Batman! Video games sure do suck these days, don't they? $70 and all that gets you is a basic shell of a game. You then have to keep paying in order to keep getting content that used to be standard when the game came out before. Better buy that battle pass so you can get a 15% discount on the 5-hour XP.
Hello, I'm Crafty
Andy.
Well, the live-action Last
Nothing but
Airbender.
reboots, remakes, and adaptations. Let's not forget how everything is woke now. Movies never had strong female characters, gay people, or trans people, and then...
Oh yeah, that's right, I need to get pictures of that. Boys Don't Cry. Cover. Oh my god. Movie. There we go. Oh, I thought this came out a lot longer ago. Oh well. Save. try. What's next?
Gay people or
what do I have for example there? I have it written down. I don't know why it keeps changing the oh my god, why is it darker? Oh, that's right. It's in Google Docs. Oops. Oh my god, I can't wait to get my new cable on my headphones. Got frayed and now I just hear nothing but constant scratching. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, Dog Day Afternoon, that was the other movie. Dog Day Afternoon. Oh, what else is there on the videos? Let's see. These narcissists say Matt Walsh terrified of pansexuals all of a sudden. Also terrified of asexual people for some reason. The people that are the most likely to leave you alone in any aspect of trying to get with you. Ooh, hello. At least that's what it seems like they're doing with that new movie. I haven't seen it yet. How'd it do, by the way? Bigger box office hit, then you realize, ooh, that doesn't sound good. Depends what the movie, what the budget is. Because we live in an era where like not even $100 million is not even considered a big hit. It doesn't seem like it had as big of a marketing campaign as some other movies, so in that respect. Good. I'm just glad it's doing good because I actually want to see this. How the characters look stylistic. They don't look horrendous like they did in the Michael Bay movies. Perfect.
trans people, and then
Oh yeah, Birdcage. Party Monster one? Let's see. The birdcage.
Nothing but reboots, remakes, and adaptations. Movies never had strong female characters, gay people, or
Quick and the Dead. Because I'm tired of using Aliens and Terminator 2 as an example. Quick and the Dead. There we go.
nothing but reboots, remakes, and adaptations. Let's not forget how everything is woke now. Anna Foches, Anna Bo movies these days. Nothing but reboots, remakes, and adaptations. Let's not forget how everything is woke now. Movies never had strong female characters, gay people. Movies never had strong female characters, gay or on female characters, gay.
I never seen The Birdcage. I never seen Party Monster, so I hope they're good examples.
People or trans and on female characters, gay people or trans people, and then starting in 2016, all of a sudden they're in everything. Everything.
I wonder if there's like a straight number I can pull. Let's see. Movies with queer main characters. 2022. I mean the main character. Well, yeah, the daughter and everything everywhere all at once. Yeah, that works. I have no idea what the rest of these are. Whatever, just the absurdity of saying, acting like it's everywhere. Hey, Dylan.
Everything. I don't understand it. Why do all the movies and video games I play now hate straight white men?
Let's see. See if I get any hits when I type in this. Hates straight white men. Oh my god. Here we go.
Great white dude
who goes to the same church a lot of people I like go to.
James Patterson really says white writers ain't getting work due to racism. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or went to. I don't think he even goes there now.
I don't think
they went there. The people they like, that they're acceptable to them. A lot of them went to that church.
I just find it funny because there's plenty of examples for like the past 100 years of how like there's a glass ceiling if you're a minority, you're a woman, or gay, or black. And the idea of like things being balanced out to the point where we start getting away from the idea of race even existing because it doesn't exist. It's something that is completely fucking made up. Isn't James Patterson fucking rich? $800 million. Roughly speaking, whatever this this metric is on net worth. So what the fuck's he complaining about?
Two.
Yeah. Look at Top Gun. Look how well Top Gun did. Again, we've got
Look how well the Barbie movie did. I know this is 1 year ago, but still.
Tom Cruise, who's what, like 59, 60 years old now.
I love how they keep saying.
They have technical issues. Oh, good for me then.
It's about toxic masculinity, and it's like, no, it isn't. Did you watch the movie? That's not what it's about at all. It's like,
Who's what, like 59, 60 years old now.
I love how they keep saying it's about toxic masculinity, and it's like,
No one said that about Top Gun. Who the fuck says that?
I didn't. You did.
trust me, that's not what it's about. Dude, which I think that in itself is kind of shit, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, so Twitter's got hot takes, but I don't disagree with him. I really don't, because we've seen a lot of this, we've covered it, and the thing is you're not going to have a lot of people who have been ousted from Hollywood coming out in droves because they're secretly hoping they're going to get back into the club, and it's not going to happen. Patterson says,
What are you talking about? Demonization of straight white men. Ah, yes, because, God. Oh, yeah, man. Straight white men get judged the most. I mean, they're the dominant force, aren't they not? Shouldn't they get judged the most? Just saying. Tom McDonald, fucking failed rapper. What was I looking for now? Oh, yeah. Some clips about that shit.
is just another form of racism.
Well, if you're discriminating people based on their race, then it's racism.
Yeah, if it's gender or race, 450 million books across 20 or so titles during his nearly 30-year career. Talking about, Alex Cross.
Books, and I really don't think that's cool. But then if other people write the books, that's the way they're going to get a big book deal and sell a lot of books because his name's on it.
Yeah, so a lot of now here's the thing: he does YA, he does middle grade books. Well, he doesn't do them. I think.
No, I don't think he does. That's the thing.
Other people. Now, this person said that Patterson launched a children's imprint that published many diverse works. Then, up and decided one day it would only publish.
No one will represent me as a screenwriter because I'm a white male over 40. Whatever.
Has something to do with marriage, the complementarity of the sexes, the idea that you come together.
All right, gay man in denial here. This guy's in the closet, by the way.
And have the openness to the possibility of life and making a family and having kids. That has something to do with marriage. And it's not that
Inclusivity later becomes exclusive when they include everyone except for one group. Japan and Poland kept their culture for over 1,000 years by being exclusive. Yeah, look how dull they are. I should not engage with these people.
That everyone gets to have a kid. It's not that there aren't problems, and the country of Japan, which said that, quote, the purpose of marriage is reproduction. And it agreed with the definition that marriage is a relationship between a man and a woman to bear children and raise them together in cohabitation. Osaka said that the marriage system is a system that exists based on the, quote, pragmatic purpose of the society protecting men and women to bear children and raise them. That's true. Why do I bring this up? Why do I bring up this court case from Japan? Just to remind you, this isn't over. The Surrender Caucus, the squishes, don't need to give this up. Why have the squishes in the conservative side gone weak on gay marriage? It's a simple reason, and I sympathize with it, because they don't want to be called phobes. They legitimately don't want to offend their gay friends and their gay relatives, and they don't want to be seen as haters and bigots. There's nothing hateful and bigoted about saying that marriage has a meaning.
No. If you try to exclude people, that'd be bigoted, based on superstitious reasoning.
And people.
Whatever. How about an article? Back in the days, middle school gym class. Let's see. Yeah, white men hold most leadership positions and decision-making power. No shit. All of a sudden, because there's not as many, it's like, oh, we're being excluded. Yeah, okay. Like this sad look right here. Poor me. Poor me. James Patterson, worth almost $1 billion, being denied work somehow. You can't let anyone else have anyone else being an opportunity more over him, as far as being like an author, is somehow like discriminating him against him based on his skin color. All of a sudden, yeah, that checks out. There we go. That will be easier to use. Hi.
And why do all the movies and video games I play now hate straight white men?
So yeah, I should probably highlight that part too. I mean,
I'll hate straight white men. Games I play now hate straight white men. How mad can you get? Really though, how mad can you really get about this shit though? Really? How mad can you really get at this shit though? Aside from the fact the planet is on fire and religious fascists on the rise. Really get at how mad can you really get about this shit though? Aside from the fact that the planet is how mad can you really get about this shit though? Aside from the fact that the planet is on fire and religious Aside from the fact that the planet is on fire and religious crystal fascists are on the rise. Aside from the fact that the planet is on fire and religious crystal fascists are on the rise. Now, of course, there are plenty of good movies and games every year if you actually make an effort to look for them. Not to say mainstream games straight white men.
Oh my god. Okay. Dumbasses. You know what? That's fine. When it comes to like my book and getting it published and everything, I'm just gonna throw it out to every agency I can. Even the ones that are like for traditional, supposedly traditional values. You know why? Because I can take advantage of them.
Girl from the Mara archipelago who's trying to recover all the items from the town of Collis sounds exactly like Jak and Daxter's main theme, at least in the intro, which I strongly approve of.
It's gonna be fun.
I mean, Ray Nagin is no Rudy Giuliani. We needed a Rudy Giuliani in the first few days. We needed a good governor in the first few days. And most of all, we need to have some, you talk about humility, Bill, let's have some humility in the face of nature. This was a gigantic storm. We can't assume that we're going to be able to make everything good right away.
I can't imagine that Rudy Giuliani could have done a single thing without support from the federal government.
Maybe he would have had some buses there to evacuate people.
In the city. Ray Nagin never left New Orleans.
Alright, I never played the Gothic series. You gotta rename it, right? Must be.
Off your ass! And you ain't paid your nugs yet? Oh, fuck me. What's Master's ways in do the same around that one. Hey! What? Nothing ever changes.
Sneak around now.
Hey, you! Get out of here! Calm down. I'm going. Good choice. You have a good day, too. Don't those fucking excuses. You think this is a joke or what? The reason you're still breathing! Stop! What's it, you idiot? What a fool. One at a time, boys. There's the life. But you had your share, mate. Get lost. Get lost. Nobody Oi, you twat! What was that? Sorry, you fucking twat! Mess him up! Time to put that booty to good use. Still taking bets? Sure. That's a big boy. Come on, fry him! Yeah! thought you could get away with this, eh? Wait.
Oops.
How mad can you get? Really though, how mad can you really get at? How mad can you hate? How mad can you?
God damn it. Hi, Tucker. Tucker, up to?
How mad can you really get about this shit though? Aside from the fact that the planet is on fire and religious Christal fascists are on the rise. Now, of course, there are plenty of good movies and games every year.
All right, we're doing some more trailer reactions. Hello, Beanie Bubble, Apple TV Plus. You know what's fucking crazy? I got an Apple TV Plus subscription for free with another thing that I got. So it's like, okay, why not? And then I got it on my television.
If you actually make an effort to look for them.
Suck. I'm
not to
watching
say
like their Apple TV Plus original shows, and the it looks like shit. Like I don't know what their fucking problem is, but like I don't think any of it's in 4K.
I haven't noticed
like,
that.
I'll have to look. But like, why is the frame rate so bad? Like, I can't figure out how to turn off like fucking motion smoothing on my fucking television. Everything else has like too high of frame rate, whereas like Apple TV Plus shows somehow like jittering along somehow. I know it's the cheaper subscription service, but
for now,
what the hell? It's really bad. And also, you know what's fucking crazy about it and kind of unsurprising? Because I have an Android phone, I can't download any Apple TV Plus shows to watch on an airplane because all I can access it through is the browser.
Yep.
Because they refused to make an Android app was going on where people were like treating it like NFTs or some shit. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on with Beanie Babies.
You can do anything. You want to sell high-end stuffed Himalayan cats. Understuffed, actually, for greater possibility.
I like Zach. I like Mr. Galifianakis. Is this who's
games?
What's her name?
Too
God
busy
damn it.
making
Why am I
videos like
forgetting her
this.
name?
Taking. Of course, there are plenty of good movies and
She's a known
games every
actor. Why
year.
am I
If
forgetting
you
her
act,
name?
stream games can
Elizabeth
be fun.
Banks. Oh.
My husbands and our
Maybe
friends
that's
are
why
having a
there's, like,
blast
some
playing
weirdness
Diablo
attached
4
to it.
right now.
She's the
I wanna-
director of Cocaine Bear.
We're professionals. We're giving the people what they need.
My husbands and our friends are having a
She's like
blast
Cocaine
playing
Bear
Diablo
was
4
bad.
right now. Wouldn't know. I'm too busy making videos like this.
Why
I
does
wouldn't
everything
know.
have to have
I'm
a
too
weird
busy.
origin story now? Why is this? Why like? It seems to be a weird
I wouldn't
trend,
know.
and it not
I'm
only
too
seems to
busy
be a
ma-
weird trend, but it seems to be like most of them are just going direct to streaming. Like they're not even trying to be a trend in the same way that Marvel movies were a trend. They're
Like
like,
this.
oh, here's some fodder for streaming services.
Yeah, because I'm gonna watch it streaming. I'm gonna wait for it to come on streaming.
You go big or you go home.
It is a huge trend right now. I don't know what the hell's going on. Why everybody's decided to do it.
All right.
Tetris
I gotta
was
wrap up
good.
and
I
get
didn't
some
see
food together
Tetris.
and get going.
I loved Blackberry.
Good night.
Matt Johnson was obviously creating that film before this became a trend. So now I feel weird. It feels